Hey guys, Karosif here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the deluxe BoonBoom controller from Bakuage Sentai BoonBoomger. This is the changer of the 6th BoonBoomger, Boon Violet, that has various commands and can change into a weapon mode. So, let's get started. First off, we'll take a look at the BoonBoom controller in detail. So the name BoonBoom controller has a bit of a double meaning, as this is both based on the steering wheel / control panel of an F1 race car, as well as a video game controller. Secondly, you can see that the main colors are the colors of Boon Violet, being violet and yellow, with bits in black and silver to it. Some various details on it, like speed gauges, various mechanical details. Down here on the bottom of the gauge in the middle, it does say BoonBoomger. Then we have a set of 8 buttons. On the left we have the up, down, left, and right buttons, and then on the right we have the red, blue, green, and pink buttons, as well as a trigger down here on the bottom. Coming around to the back, we've got the power switch here, the battery compartment. It takes 3 AAA batteries, speaker here, and buttons here to change it into the other mode. So, of course, starting from controller mode here, we'll first switch it on and get confirmation sound. The way this functions is that to use it, you need to enter one of 8 commands of 3 different buttons, and from there it will instruct you on what to do. Though because the instructions are in Japanese, I will translate as we go. The first command is red, blue, green. Command accepted. Then press any button 3 times. Pull the trigger to enter. That gives us the transformation into Boon Violet. And so from there we can then change it into bowgun mode by pressing and holding the 2 buttons on the back, and then pulling out the sides of the controller like this. Now we have the arrow-like bowgun mode. So we'll get into the next command, which is red, blue, up. Finish your attack activated. Target lock on. Release the trigger to shoot. That gives us the Bakuage fire attack. However, there is also some basic shooting. So we can press, pull, and release the trigger for some basic arrow firing sounds. However, holding it will change the lights and sounds of this feature. And that activates the BYUUN shoot attack. For our next command, we have red, up, down. Gelling mode activate. Pull the trigger to rapid fire. That activates the BoonBoom Gatling. Then for our next command in this mode, we have red down blue. Pull the trigger to activate sniper mode. Finish when the gauge turns green. That activates the BYUUN snipe. And that's what happens when you do a successful one. However, it's also possible to do it and not miss or not hit the mark. So, we'll activate it again. So in this case, it does not say perfect. So for next command, we'll change back into controller mode. Then the command is up, down, pink. That's BoonBoomger course in, which summons his vehicle, the BoonBoomger. From there we can get into the control mode by pressing right, left, up. And press the buttons to get various sounds. Then if we let this run through, we'll get a item chance mode. So activates the boost dash. That activates a barrier. That's an invincibility power-up. And energy refill. And to cancel, just pull the trigger. Although it does eventually time out on its own. And so that item chance feature is kind of similar to, the item boxes in Mario Kart. For the next command, we have down, green, red. And that transforms BoonBoomger into BoonBoomger Robo. And for the final command, we'll change it back into bowgun mode and press right, green, left. So we'll push a button 3 times, like with the transformation. That activates the BoonBoom finish. Now that we looked at all the functions and commands, I actually want to take a little bit of time to go in depth on how this actually works. Something you might have noticed is that when I press down on one of the buttons, the other buttons move along with it. And that's because while I did describe this as having 8 buttons, and that is how the box describes it, in fact that is more of an illusion. What appears to be 8 buttons on the surface is technically just 2 buttons. These 4 consist of one button, which I'll call button A, and the other 4 consist of a second button, which I'll call button B. So let's bring it back on. This basically means that while it has those commands, they basically just act as more of a guide suggestion for which buttons can be used to make the different combinations, as these are the buttons that will correspond with the lights. However, they are necessary for something like the transformation, for example. You use something like pressing the red button 3 times to get the same effect as pressing red, blue, green. So essentially there are 8 commands because there are 8 different permutations you get from combinations of 3 with 2 buttons. So essentially these combinations are BBB, BBA, BAA, BAB, AAB, AAA, ABB, and BAB. So it is something that is, something that shows that while, one might think that you'd create like different combinations outside of the 8, it is technically just 8. And the commands that they show really do act as, like I said, more of a guideline than which ones you actually need to press to get the different commands. And there we go. Overall, the BoonBoom controller is a pretty interesting changer/weapon, with a very interesting idea behind it. Definitely do like the whole thing of the kind of dual motif as I described earlier, and it does fit quite well together, since an F1 control panel does have a lot of buttons, and you could kind of pare that down to something akin to a video game controller. And this definitely does lend itself well to creating that kind of weapon mode with a pretty similar transformation. The 8 commands do allow for a lot of features, and there is of course the other features outside of that. However, there are also a couple of little flaws that I have with it. The first, and this is definitely more of a nitpick, but this is definitely on the more impractical side as far as the Super Sentai Changer goes. It is pretty big and bulky, it is definitely not compact at all, and there is basically nothing to attach it to when not in use. So there's no way to holster it or anything like that. It's kind of thing where you can pick it up and put it down, but it doesn't really go anywhere besides just being held. And the other one I will say is that I would say that even though it does have those commands, there is essentially nothing intuitive about them, in that there's besides like some simple ones easy to remember, like the 3 for the transformation and the 3 for the driving mode, it is definitely not easy to remember what commands do what features. So definitely I recommend, if you get this, holding onto the box or maybe just taking a picture of the commands so you can have them and bring them up whenever you need to, because again, it's just not very intuitive for as much effort as they put into it. But that said, if you're a fan of Boon Violet, I certainly recommend picking this up. Next time we'll be taking a look at his mech when I go over the deluxe BYUN Mach Robo. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is KR50, riding off.